Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fallen Sage, where I unfortunately did have to go all the way back and get back to this cutscene. So I'll kind of just skip over the text since we saw this cutscene in the last episode. That said though, things are going to be a little bit different because I'm at full health, because I debugged my way through the previous battles instead of having to fight them all over again, because that was kind of ridiculous, and I didn't feel like spending, half an hour just getting back to this point. But that said, here we go. Sulkaris, I'm omnipotent compared to you. Once I consume Saria's tender flesh, it will all end for you. And let's end this here and now. Our fight, just us. The fate of Hyrule is determined here. Very well. Let's see what the Hero of Time can do. Here we go. So, as you can see, not everybody is, practically dead this time around, because of the fact that, like I said, I did go in, and actually I still have, all my stuff, too. But I did go in, whoops, actually, I want to use small speech. I went in and debugged through the, other battles, so I could get back here easily. Actually, debugging through the battles may have actually been more work, because I had several issues with debugging through the battles to get back to this point. But now I'm back here, so I should be good. So I didn't mess up anything in the game or anything like that. All the variables and all the switches are still active, just as they're supposed to be. So I don't think I did. The only one I think I would be concerned with is the Akazu fight, where he had 3 forms, because it only ran one of the 3 battle cutscenes when I debugged the battle, so that I could skip it. So I mean, it seems to be running fine though, so nothing's glitched out so far from me debugging. So, Essence of Shadow. Ooh. Isn't that one Dark Link skills though? What the heck? Set on Kazak. I guess we'll use Zelda as the healer for now. At least until this section's over anyway. See, I know morale boost was gonna go down at that turn. I would have used it instead. Morale boost. Zelda really needs to heal herself, to be honest. So we'll have Sulfos heal, Zelda will heal, and old Kazak will use morale boost. I don't know if it's moral speech. I don't know if it's supposed to be morale speech or if it's supposed to be something else. I don't know. My green potion and heal self, which is enjoying using Essence of Shadow. But yeah, so when I loaded up the save file today to record more, it just completely skipped over the entire battle. I was like, yay, that's so much fun. A valiant effort, but all in vain. Powers of Saria the Emerald Sage, come unto me. Grant me my flesh and blood once more, so that I may take the Triforce as my own. Oh boy. There she is. Sulkaris. In her, what I assume is basically her true form. Sulkaris the Fallen Sage. And I think I'll throw out another barrier stone because that's probably running up at this point. I'd rather keep that going if I can. So, Warrior of Hyrule. I like that I'm just assaulting him with freaking arrows everywhere. That didn't hurt that much. Honestly, Sulkaris, you claim yourself to be so freaking strong, and yet, I mean, come on. Where's your power? I have yet to see it. Oh, my sharpen wore off though. But I wonder if my barrier had already worn off by the time I used the barrier stone. Sharpen's probably been gone for a while. Just a couple rounds. Oh well. Let's go ahead and do the moral speech. We'll go ahead and throw out the sharp stone. And then we'll go ahead and throw out high green potion. Notice that Link is like the one character that I'm like, oh, and then he's going to attack. You know, it's always Link. I don't even know that Link is the strongest character though. Like, others are probably actually a lot stronger, but I mean, I guess we'll find out here in just a sec. Just keep an eye on damage. 3,000? Yeah, it's also, I mean, really. Weakest, 4,000? Not too bad. 6,000? Okay, so yeah, I think Link is officially the strongest. 7? Oh, okay. Well, that's a problem. You can't break free of Emerald Prison. It never goes away, either. Like, even like if I had like antidotes and like full tonics, it still doesn't work. Ow. But it's fine, because I just beat her. There you go, Sulkaris. Impossible. My body. I can't lose it. I can't die. If I go down, I'm taking you with me. Emerald Meteor! Missed. Just completely missed with that. That's great. 99,999 damage. Link! I don't know if I have much time, but there's something I need to tell you now. It needs to be said. The Triforce. The Triforce. Too late, Sulkaris. Your end has come. You are too weak. Without your body, you can't touch it. No. This isn't the end! Ah! Sulkaris must have had enough power left in her to touch the Triforce. Impossible! She was far too weak. Her wish will become a chaotic mess without her full will intact. We've got to get out of here. I might have enough power in me to return you for. I might die in the process. Sounds good to me. Link. You were my best friend. The only friend I had. I lost you once, all those years ago. I won't let you die again. And that's it. We beat Sulkaris. In her dying breath, Sulkaris leapt for the Triforce. Far too weak in her state, the Triforce failed to grant her wish. Kazu's palace collapsed and his legacy washed away. Her rule, it seemed, would slowly return to its state of harmony. No one knew what had happened to Saria after she sacrificed herself to save Link, Zelda, and General Kazak. Some say Sulkaris even survived, the Triforce keeping her alive as her final wish. The group of heroes left the ruins of the past and went their separate ways. The chapter ended on a hopeful note, but it was far from over. Alright, so this is about the halfway point in the game, so that's exciting. We got 5 dungeons left in this game, but the next 3 dungeons are like one right after the other, so we don't have like anything to worry about there. There's barely even a pre-quest on any of them. So, you go ahead and save in file 1. General Kazak and Zelda remained in the ruins of Hyrule's capital after Kazu's palace became abandoned. Oh yeah, I forgot that it changed the window skin now. Together they had hoped that the capital could be rebuilt. And thus they sent out to recruit an army of construction workers. Really, changing the window skin didn't help me any, because I had actually done it because I had implemented a whole new message system that was going to fix the whole chat problem. And because of the fact that I had already like loaded my save file without the message system, it wouldn't let me use it. Because the message system actually saves something into the save file. So when it tried to load, it was missing from the save file. So really wasn't anything I could do about that. Selene returned to the Temple of Time to find most of it intact. Still, with no people to come for his aid, Selene sent out to help the Zora remake their capital. Felonius, distraught over the death of his master Kazu, decided to return to the Grishao Library to study the history of astronomy. Dorina fell into a deep depression with the loss of Saria. Alone, and not knowing the whereabouts of the other sages, Dorina decided that decided to hibernate in his home until a brighter future dawned. Anara, left with haste to her homelands in Orden province, she felt her duty to Hyrule had been complete, and left the world's future to fate. With the loss of his daughter and his revenge on Akazu satiated, the mysterious Sulfos wandered into the Gerudo Desert, never heard from again. And Link. Link wandered off into the forests to the far east. Saria's sacrifice to save him was burned into his mind. Now with nothing left, he hoped to find a new life. And Lyra, left with nothing to herself, sought to track down Link after he left. Their fateful meeting, it seemed, was no random coincidence. 1 year has passed. So this is what I meant. I think I made mention that something would happen later. So this is the time jump. It's now been 1 year. Something else that you'll find. This is actually a completely different Link in the way of programming. This is actually a completely different character. I mean, it's obviously it's still the same length that there was before. Yeah, there's that glitch. There's the glitch where it removes all of your gear from the original Link and Zelda and all of them, puts it into your inventory, and then promptly does not remove it from your inventory. So, holy crap, I have a lot of gear and random crap that I probably, honestly, don't even need or can even use. So, I guess I can equip the Mithril helmet instead. So 297 is my current. Let's see if any of this gear is better. No, not at all. I didn't think so. That's alright. But yeah, I mean, we'll swap out for our helmet instead. Yeah, like I said, it's 1 year later in game. Don't actually know where to go at this point. It's really just a giant blank desert, really. Oh, this must be the path. Link, look behind you! You just had to ruin the fun, Sulkaris. I've been tracking your doppelganger for you, Link. This shadow has been causing all sorts of problems for the Gerudo. My concern is not that of the Gerudo. In an ironic twist, I am not after my late side, Link. It is you, Sulkaris, I am after. Or should I call you by your true name? Sulkaris never told you who he was, Link, did he? He's not ready to know. You die today, Shadow. Your friend here, Link, was an enemy of your ancestor. Sulkaris here bullied your great-great-great-great-great-grandfather when he was a wee boy. Enough! Mido! Yay! Long time no see, Link. You too, Sulkaris. Let's have some fun, shall we? So this is where we discover who Sulkaris really is. So it's Mido from Ocarina of Time, actually, or Mido, however you want to say it. So I mean, I used to say Soraya all the time when I was young, but the general consensus seems to be that her name is Saria. So I just kind of switched to saying that. I envy you, Link. So it's just like Mido. You know, that seemed to be the general consensus of how to say his name. So I don't know. What can you do? I tend to, like, as soon as I hear somebody say the name differently than what I say, it's like, oh, I've been saying it wrong, and then immediately switch to saying it the way they do. Like I watched this Zelda fan film, and like they kept calling Feyor during the whole thing, and for a year you have lost some skill. Pity. I mean, actually, technically I leveled up higher because I'm now level 35, and I was only like level 32 before. So, really, I gained skill, but whatever. You're a jerk, so. Great attack, which is a RPG Maker XP default. This is a waste of my time. Hey! Battle ends. So I guess now you know I'm hiding something. Well, you technically are not the same Link I knew all those ages past. I'll tell you what. After we return to the Gerudo village, maybe I'll let you in on the secret. It's only a few hours away. Come. Welcome to my hideout. If you notice, the Gerudo have migrated from this desert, leaving behind their towns for me to loot. It is in these Gerudo towns I have discovered something that would indeed serve your interests. But first, as I promised, Sulkaris is not my true name. We already know, Mito. I mean, your character name says Mito on it, so it might surprise you. I am no Hylian or Gerudo. I am, in fact, a Sulkaris. My true name is Mito. I served as Saria's guardian. At least in my mind, I did. I love their Mito sprite. It's like, what? It doesn't even look like him. He's far too tall and old. Saria, what's wrong? Nothing. Nothing you would understand, Mito. Saria, please let me help you. You know how much I hate it when I see you sad like this. Link, he left the forest. That was years ago, Saria. Are you still not over it? All you are doing is hurting yourself, Saria. You need to let him go and move on. There are other people who care about you more than he did. Don't say that. Link cared about me more than anything. He left you, Saria. He left you behind and got over you and moved on. Why can't you just get over it? You're wasting your time and affection crying here every day over him. There's other people who care. I care. I care about you more than anything. You liar, you don't care about me. You're just jealous. No matter how hard I tried, I could never get Saria to understand how much she meant to me. She had this built-in obsession for your ancestors. She never got over him. I couldn't stand it anymore. I myself was no better than her. I decided to forget her and move on. I left the Sulkaris to the forest to study the rest of the world. Things were fine until a decade ago. Something happened to me that I did not expect. I aged, and fast. I came to the conclusion that if the Sulkaris left the forest, given enough time, they would age. I thought that if I could bring Saria from the forest, she would age as well. I had been training with the Gerudo during the war with Hyrule, so I set out a plot to find Saria. And thus, I knew the only way to find Saria was through you. Of course, I didn't know you existed, so I went to the Gerudo for help. It said the only way to find out if someone is real was to summon a doppelganger of them. That's right. I inadvertently created your Dark Link and ordered him to seek you out and begin my plot. I ordered him to knock you out and bring you to the capital of Hyrule, where I happen to be. I paid a guard to steal a necklace of lyres and laid breadcrumbs that would lead her to you, at the gate. I made sure that you two would end up escaping the castle and run into Zelda. When you escaped, I told the Hylian army under control of Kazakh where Zelda was hiding. I knew from there I could convince you to head to the Death Mountain, in hopes of meeting with the Ruby Sage Dorina, and with his knowledge, he would take us to Saria. Please, Link, forgive me for all the chaos I have caused. The fallen sage. I knew of her existence. I knew that she would use Saria. This I all prepared for. I adopted a daughter, and with her death I adopted a daughter, and with her death I hoped no one would even think I knew what was coming. I knew everything, from the moment Dark Link attacked you, to Saria sacrificing herself to save you. I plotted all of this so that it would lead to this moment when I would find you again. And now that you are here, I may continue with my plan. My cats are having a serious issue. Saria, she is still trapped within the Sacred Realm. I know a way to free her, but I need the help of you and Lear. Lear is already ahead of us at Ganon's tomb. That is our final destination. You must trust me, Link. I love that the only option is, alright, take us to Lear. It's like, why give the player a choice if there is no actual choice? If you would be so kind as to follow me. And what's up with the floor there? Like, the lines where, like, it was brighter on one side and then darker, and I don't know. That was weird. And what's up with this double door that's not really a double door? Like, what the heck? Lear, I found Link. Mito, can you let me talk to Link alone for a few minutes? Very well. Link. It's been almost a year. Wow, this is a long cutscene. Last couple episodes have been real long. I'm glad I decided to end in the last section, because, I mean, this has just been going on and on and on. Like, this would have been an hour-long episode if I hadn't stopped. I missed you so much. You have no clue how excited I am to see you again. Mito here has explained everything to me, except for one thing. He hasn't told me what he's looking for in Ganon's tomb. Alright, you two can catch up later. Right now we need to hurry. Oh, crap. I got Felonious. Oh dear. Felonious, what are you doing here? Why, hello there, Sulfos, Link, and Lear. It's been over a year, I do think, since we last met. You may refer to me as Mito now, Felonious. Mito? It seems you know of me, and even worse, it would seem you are here for the same reason I am. I don't see what retrieving Ganon's secret will do for you, Mito. Wait, what's the secret treasure of Ganon you two are talking about? Why, only a shard of the Triforce itself. The Triforce? Ganon always kept a small shard of the Triforce on him after he stole the Triforce of Power ages ago. With it, he hoped it would keep him alive through the ages. But alas, it did not, and now it rests with him in his grave. Tell me, Mito, what do you possibly want with the Triforce shard? I want it for better reasons than you, most likely. I plan on destroying it. With it, someone could resurrect Ganon, or even the fallen sage herself. When I finish using it, I will willingly let you destroy the shard. But what are you going to use it for, Mito? It won't make sense to any of you until after we retrieve it. We should get going then. This dry desert is murder on my skin. Okay, Dungeon 5. Like I said, there's like no pre-quest here, you know? We're straight into Dungeon 5 already. We didn't even have to wait. I mean, I guess we technically waited because we had to get to the whole cutscene, but I mean, like, no wandering, no, like, collect an item and then eventually get there. No, just straight into Dungeon 5. That said, I think I'm definitely going to end it off here since it's been yet another half-hour episode. I do apologize for these couple of long episodes here. Hopefully, future episodes won't be nearly as long, but I guess we'll have to see. That said, I will see you all next time. See you later.